Next, we're gonna go ahead and go over how to breathe, belly breathe with a plank. So with breathing, it can be difficult at first when you're not used to it. So definitely do your breathing exercise before you apply this to any stabilization core exercises. So what we mean by stabilization core exercises, it's where our spine is not moving in any plane or extending or twisting. It's where you're just doing an isolation movement and engaging the core, okay? So when we get into this movement, you can start off on your knees and on your elbows at first, so you can really engage those muscles that we really want to make sure that we're activating. So we're going to go ahead and start off on the knees and start off on our elbows. Okay. So when we get into this movement, I want to make sure that I take a deep breath in through the diaphragm. Expansion, big breath out. Drawing it in. Again, deep breath in. Big breath out. Now it's set. I'm going to go ahead and do a slight pelvic tilt. See how I bring my pelvis. This is anterior tilt. This is to posterior tilt. You want to find the center. So that's my center. That is where my body is stacked the most. I'm going to go ahead and come forward. I'm maintaining that pelvic tilt while I come down into the plank. Just like so. I'm going to go ahead and drop my elbows down. Get into this position. I'm going to go ahead and push through my shoulders. So I'm driving my elbows down into the floor and doing a plus. So I'm pushing my shoulders up. So I don't want to be sinking down into this. That is deactivating the serratus anterior. So we want to make sure that we're pushing up towards the ceiling and pulling our elbows in. We can also clasp our hands like so. If you notice, my back's pretty flat and I still am maintaining that pelvic tilt. So let's go ahead and get into that breathing. Deep breath in. Big breath out. We're drawing the navel in. Again, big breath in. Deep breath out. We're drawing the navel in. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're drawing the navel in. So you should be able to breathe in this position and still draw the navel in. Deep breath in. Big breath out. And if you notice, my back is nice and flat. My shoulders are not bulging up. I'm pushing through the floor and pushing my elbows in at the same time to maintain my core activation with breathing. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Drawing the navel in. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Drawing the navel in. And I also want you to think that you are going to be squeezing the glutes at the same time. So we want to make sure we're maintaining that pelvic tilt, pushing up through the shoulders, head's in a neutral position. I'm going to bring my head up, bring it down. I am breathing, drawing the navel in, and I'm squeezing my glutes to maintain this position, because as soon as we squeeze the glutes, we will be able to activate our core better. So you want to squeeze, maintain that pelvic tilt, deep breath in, big breath out. Head's in a neutral position. I'm driving my shoulders up towards the ceiling, and I'm driving my elbows in towards the center. So I'm pushing and pushing at the top. And that is holding a plank while you're doing your diaphragmatic breathing. If you want to make it harder, you would bring your feet into the ground and come up. So I'm pushing, I'm squeezing my glutes. My back's nice and flat. I'm not letting my shoulders come down. Squeezing, pushing up. Deep breath in. Big breath out. If you notice, I'm shaking a little bit because when you do it right, it will be a challenge. Deep breath in. Big breath out. And remember, you always want to keep dorsiflexion. So my toes are pulled up towards my knees. We don't want our feet to trail forward, because that will deactivate our core as well. And that is a plank using diaphragmatic breathing. Make sure you practice this 3 to 5 seconds at first. Come out of it, let your body relax. Give yourself 10 seconds, then you're going to go back into 3 to 5 seconds of holding that position and really focusing on the breathing, pulling the elbows in towards the center and pushing the floor away. So we have that nice flat back position. We don't want the shoulders to migrate back. And we don't want our ribcage to pop down. All right, that is the plank with diaphragmatic breathing.